markets are on. Leave the reason markets are on. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand is mine exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Least precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Leave the reason markets are on. Leave the reason markets are on. Leave the reason markets are on.
Lee wakes at dawn to a glowing screen. Charts and candles, the digital sheen. Open in a range, his weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. Near a version, glory is his claim to fame. Market structure king. Watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Leads the master filling his bankroll. His mind's a map of supply and demand, turning charts to gold with a steady hand. Forex flows like rivers in his plan. Aces bow to the market man. Break out at the open, the strategy's tight. Position for the swing, he wins the fight. Risk is measured, the balance precise. Leads on the rise, he rolls the market structure king. Watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. He's the master filling his bankroll. He's the master filling his bankroll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leads on the charts. Yeah, watching the flow, candles rise up. Then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open in range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. His name, 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 name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reverse and he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Coded, coded, coded. making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. He's in control, it's his trading space. Open and range, it's the start of the show. He's a pro, yeah, he's running the flow. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves that the profits sing. He reverse and he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded, 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 coded. His strategy's coded, coded, He walks the charts like a shadow king.
Morning, everybody. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. Morning, Chris. How are we doing? Right, we're back. Weren't here Monday because it was a bank holiday. So yeah, seems like I've been off for ages. I haven't, but seems weird. Anyway, so yes, bank holiday on Monday. Obviously nothing happened on Monday much at all. It's been a bit of a meh sort of week this week. A lot of sideways markets this week. Just everything kind of holding mostly. Bit of strength coming through in the dollar, as you can see, but yeah, nothing particularly exciting happens this week. The news, everything, most things this week came out on forecast. So just going to start off with a quick recap of this week, and obviously it's PMI day today, so there's a lot of news coming out today. The claimant count change was pretty much on forecast-ish, a little bit higher for the pound, but nothing really moves off of that anyway. CPI for the Canadian. We did have a bearish reaction on the CAD CPI. If you look at the US, whoop, wrong one. That's screwed up my ORB. Yes, not a CAD. So yeah, if you look at the Canadian dollar, didn't really get much of a reaction to that news either on the CPIs. The New Zealand rate came out at 2.25 on forecast, and pound CPI came out on forecast as well. As I said about the New Zealand dollar, obviously the New Zealand dollar does crazy things. Aussie, New Zealand, you can see it the clearest. Yeah, this is a reaction to the no news result of them doing exactly what was forecast with their interest rates. It's absolutely mental. The New Zealand dollar just does its own thing. It doesn't have any reaction you can forecast to any news event. It doesn't matter whether it's bullish, bearish, or neutral. It will just go nuts in whichever direction it wants to and potentially carry on. So same thing again this time round. You look at all of these. If you go back and look at the interest rates, it doesn't matter what these interest rates do. It doesn't matter whether it's bullish, bearish, or it doesn't change whatsoever. It just takes off in whichever direction it fancies when it loads. Why is there no load? Which means no data. Okay. So no impact. Big strong move to the upside. Bearish. Did get a bearish reaction to that one, to the downside. No impact. Huge move. Yeah, so it's just every single time the New Zealand dollar gets news on interest rates, it just takes off. So that happened again this week. There was a great news trading great news trading opportunity. Wasn't actually that good. Because it was a little bit whippy. But we had the gap up and the spike. The news trading opportunity was off of that, really. But it retraced kind of 50%. I didn't take it. It would have worked if you'd have taken it. Members, obviously, we cover this in the members course, basically, the news trading strategy. But so there was one opportunity on that this week. Unfortunately, it's when I'm asleep. So just don't get to take it, basically. Unemployment rate came out bullish for the Australian dollar. No impact whatsoever on that one either. If you look at the Aussie pairs, just didn't get a reaction to it. It was a little bit of a reaction, but Australian dollar has not rallied off the back of that at all. And we had unemployment claims as usual for the dollar. And this morning we've had retail for the pound, which was pretty good. But we've got the spike and retracement immediately on it. So market just not interested in that by the looks of things this morning. It is bullish because the forecast was 0.2. We were a previous 0.4. So we were forecasting an ever so slight drop in retail. And we got 1.6% increase on forecast. So that is very bullish. But market obviously not really that impressed with anything going on with the pound at the moment. As you can see, it's just not moving. So no impact. I'm coming to the conclusion now that news has just got such a small impact compared to what it used to have. We used to live and breathe this stuff, and there was amazing news trading opportunities constantly. It's all changed in the last year since Trump's come in, basically. We're not getting the spikes. We just don't get the spikes we used to. ADR spikes on news just don't happen anymore. And you can see that when you flick through. If you go back and just flick through the previous news events, you can see it's just not happening anymore. We just don't get that initial reaction. Retail used to be one of the biggest movers to the pound. It just doesn't happen anymore. We got PMIs as well. So these other secondary spikes you see here are the PMIs that come out after retail. But there's one there. We got a fairly decent move, very bullish. Market moved the opposite direction. Yeah, it's just not happening anymore. So I think things happening in trading over the years. When you've been trading for a long time, you'll see that stuff works, stuff doesn't work. The market tends to fill inefficiencies. News is a very impactful thing, but I don't think banks are moving based on news anymore because news isn't what really impacts it. If retail's going up in the UK at the moment, that's fantastic, but it takes one thing from Trump to stop that having any positive impact. So I think the market has just completely dropped the news. And obviously it hasn't. It needs it for directional bias long term, but short term, just not getting the impact anymore. They're not dumping the orders on the news, which they used to do all the time. So it's very, very strange. We've got the PMIs coming out in 6 minutes for the euro. So that's your French manufacturing and services. They don't tend to do a lot. Germany is the main contributor to the Eurozone economy. So that is the one we pay more attention to at 8:30. So if you look at the DAX this morning, typically on a Friday with PMIs, you tend to get very small movement. We've got the same thing happening this morning. So very small ranges, and we kind of sit around waiting for those PMI numbers to come out. And then obviously we tend to get a break either at the 8:15 or at the 8:30, depending on how those figures come out. The 10 minute looks like we're going to get a range. No, it's just too small. Look, 431. So the 15 minute we will get if this closes any lower than that previous candle. So if we stay inside bar on the 510, there's no trade on the 15 minute ORB. So we'll take a 30 today. So there we go. Morning, everybody else. Was check Aussie New Zealand just been triggered into a short. Extended on the 4 hour. So 4 hour extension. If you were looking at hourlies, you'd have been in on that off of the news, the New Zealand interest rate on Wednesday/Thursday. So you'd already be in short on that one. it's very, very hard. If you look at gold, obviously, as the main commodity barometer, it's flatlined at the minute. So you can't, the Australian dollar will move with this. If this gets bigger, it helps the Aussies. We are totally flatline on this at the minute. Market's in utter shock as to what to do with gold pricing now. It's almost like they've gone, well, we used to trade gold, now we don't know what to do with it, because we've had this parabolic move that we've never seen in history, followed by this parabolic move that we've never seen in history, which is faster than anything's ever moved ever, including Bitcoin. I don't want to touch this with a barge pole. If I was at a bank right now, I'd be saying, the analysts, you get paid 120 grand a year to sit on an analyst desk. Your job is to analyze and advise on market movement and direction. What are you going to do with this next? What are we paying you 120 grand a year for? No idea. Absolutely no idea where that's going. It's just unfathomable, isn't it? And this is linked to the Australian dollar. So obviously commodities markets, big commodities exporter. So good luck picking a direction on that one. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so 8:30, 8:15, we've got news coming out 3 minutes and 15 minutes. We've got the PMIs at 9:30 for the pound. So if you're trading the FTSE, be aware of the volatility coming in there. Then this afternoon, we've got PCE, and then we've got the PMIs for the US 15 minutes after market open. So and we've also got GDP coming in this afternoon, which doesn't tend to do a lot. Sometimes it does if it's a big enough miss. But it's apparently got no data. So yeah, we don't tend to get an awful lot of where that data's gone. We don't tend to get a lot of movement off that anyway. So yeah, so PMIs this afternoon, so just be aware of those. We don't look like we're going to get the 15-minute range on this minute. So looking at RSIs and everything, can't listen to a thing. All I hear is sucking teeth every second. Okay, off you go then. See you later. Andrew, morning. There you go. I love annoying people, especially on Friday. ADRs, there's nothing to look at on ADRs today. Just dead. Nothing at the moment. Weekly ranges, oil, we've had a big week on oil. So as you can see, it's moved to the upside this week. So very, very big, strong move. As I said, that $50 to $55 level held very, very nicely. So we're pushing up into the propulsion area. We're looking to form a range somewhere in this area here. So I think that propulsion target to the upside, another 225 ADR is plenty of room today. That'd be nice. Over the next couple of weeks. So remaining bullish on it probably into next month. But I don't know. Depends where we go. It's oil, isn't it? And if there's any conflict that kicks off, that's all going to be affected as well. So, there's a mean reversion opportunity right now on it because it is very, very, very extended. We've had a very, very large push. There's a beautiful reversal just gone in at the highs there. We haven't had the reversal alert on it just yet on the hourly. It's there. So if we break that today, we could look for a pullback into next week, somewhere into propulsion. So look at your Fibonacci ratios. We were discussing Elliott wave yesterday in the Discord channel, and I got my AI to put together a document on Fibonacci and the differences between them, which I covered this. I got him to knot this together basically just to answer a question. I think it was one of you, wasn't it? Was it Harold? No, it's Harold. Yeah. Basically Harold asked about whether or not to do Elliott wave, and I said it's basically Fibonacci Elliott wave. I only realised I'm in the dark because there's loads of light coming in. But yeah, so there's loads of similarities between Elliott wave and Fibonacci and harmonic patterns. It's all the same stuff. If you look at, there's a bit of a graphic in here that Nick's created. If you look at what Fibonacci is, it's a push up and then a retracement of a percentage of the leg, followed by a push up, followed by a percentage retracement of the leg. If you look at Elliott wave, it's a push up, a pullback, a push up. It's the same thing. If you look at harmonics, yeah, it's a lower high, lower low. That's a market structure break. That's a reversal alert. It's all the same stuff. Market structure, Elliott wave, Fibonacci, they're all based around Fibonacci. Elliott wave uses Fibonacci calculations to create its legs. So all it's doing is saying, I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to go into a new Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci extension, that's a 168 extension with a 50% retracement. Yeah, so it's all the same stuff. Exactly the same stuff. That's a 161.8 extension on previous leg. That's all it is. It's the same thing. I don't know why I went off on a tangent about that. Oh yeah, because this. So if you look at obviously retracements on the leg of oil, that's where I was going with that conversation. 50% retracement is bang into that propulsion move. That propulsion move actually started there to break that high, and funnily enough, it's a 61.8 retracement. Yeah, so it's all the same stuff. So if you're an Elliott wave trader, you are looking for a 1-2 extension. You'll be looking to get in next leg there. Going to do the same thing over and over again. So wait for a reversal alert on that. It's kind of and a push down. And if you want to do Fibonacci on it, yeah, when you get the reversal alert, yeah, drop down. So let's say the reversal alert kicks in there, for example. So that's where this candle ends here. Drop down onto a 5-minute chart. Yeah, and what you're going to be looking for, there's your reversal alert there. You're going to be looking for a retracement into there, short the M pattern reversal. All the same thing. Everything you see in trading is the same. Doesn't matter who's teaching you, who's telling you, they're all telling you the same thing in a slightly different way. They'll call it something else, whatever it is. Market moves in waves, it moves in cycles, it moves by banks and institutions dumping large orders, which creates moves, which then get exhausted when the orders are over. They take profit on a percentage of those, and then they create a new leg. Or they don't create a new leg. One of those two things happens every single time the market moves up and down. It's all the same stuff. Anyway, so that's all that there. You've got quite a few weeklies at the moment. RSI extensions, you've got a few 4 hours which are just starting, 75.25s. So you'll find most of these, you've got Euro CAD actually, that's at support as well. So yeah, Euro CAD at support. Potential push up there. You've got Euro US dollar. So US dollar and Canadian both strong this week. You've got an extension there just starting. Actually, that's embedded down there. So that's not a bad looking long opportunity there. Nice propulsion gap potentially to hold it up as support. And that's a previous resistance turned support. So that's going to be quite a strong level to hold. We've got news today, PMIs this afternoon. We've also got the Euro PMIs this morning. Pound CAD also extended to the downside. Good opportunity for longs there. Canadian dollar very strong off of the, like I said, everything's related. What does Canada do? Canada export majority of oil. What's happened to oil? It's gone up. What's happened to the Canadian dollar? It's gone up, which means everything's gone down against the Canadian dollar. Everything's related. Yeah, so that is an oil move. If oil retraces, that will retrace. Same thing. Yeah, so nice extension there. Obviously, on oil, you're going to have a nice extension to the upside, to short. Pound US dollar also moved. Again, oil price is going to be helping the dollar. Pound is weak at the moment anyway. We've just completed that propulsion gap. So we did find a little bit of support starting to creep in there, but market's really struggling at the minute with the pound. So there is a push back up into propulsion there at some point. It's nicely extended down here, so that is a pretty good entry. You've got a nice monthly level at 150 ADR as well. And New Zealand US, obviously this is the New Zealand dollar going mental. But yeah, anyway, New Zealand US, we've got a nice support coming up on the weekly. That is also nicely extended. We've got a lot of retracement to do on this leg. Potentially, I mean, this is a 50% retracement on that move, basically into propulsion. So 175 ADR, I'd rather get in here than here. It might work, but this is a better entry because it's more extended. You're more likely to get that bigger correction out of it. But it's nicely extended. And US dollar Swiss extended to the upside. So again, these have got potential, I think, to go a little bit further to 80-20s potentially today, but we'll obviously see. It's all down to the PMIs today. So PMIs are going to move the market. We'll see where they take it. So PMIs have just come out for France. We've got one bearish, one bullish. So neutral. See if there's any impact on the DAX. So DAX is broken down. So your 15-minute ORB wasn't there today because we put an inside bar in on the 10-minute candle. So no short break. If you're using a slightly lower than 15% of ADR range, you will have got in short on that at the moment. Watch the previous session and previous daily lows for support. So I will be taking the 30, which is going to at the moment be lower candle 5. Obviously, if candle 6 pulls up inside, that's going to be the 30-minute range today. I'll look at taking a break of that, but break short on that is straight into support. So it's not a great ORB today at all. Not really an opportunity on that one. Let's check. Remember to comment stream when it ends. MST will get more range. Apparently I'll get more range. I was thinking, do you know what? I asked Nix the other day. I said, could you create some YouTube accounts and go out and like and comment on some of my posts? He said, no, that's unethical. Like, you're an AI. You do as I tell you to do. I don't care about ethics. He wouldn't do it. The large language models still have these controls built in. So you've still got the Claude is still there going, no, you can't do that. So there's certain things I still can't get him to do, which is fair enough, I guess. Aren't Elliott waves just structures of market? Yeah. Yeah, basically. That's what you've obviously been commenting while I've been talking, but yeah, it's literally it. It's the same stuff. Yeah. So an Elliott wave 1, 2, 3 pattern is a Fibonacci retracement continuation, which probably started with a reversal alert. This is why I built this indicator for market structure. So that leg down and that 50% retracement is a break in market structure, but it is also a potential 1, 2, 3 pattern Fibonacci extension continuation, or it's not. Yeah, this is the thing. It doesn't matter what indicator you use, what strategy you use, you still have two outcomes. It will only ever do that, or it will do that. This market will either test that low or it will test that high. 100% guaranteed. There is no possibility of any other outcome. That is going to happen. Your choice is, am I a bull or am I a bear? That's all you got. Literally, you wrap risk around your potential movement. It doesn't matter whether you use a Fibonacci tool to get in with your short. Doesn't matter whether you wait for a reversal alert and go, that indicator's crap, I'll do the opposite of everything it says. Doesn't matter what you do, whether you use that propulsion gap or whether you wait for it to hit that resistance on the monthly. Doesn't matter, does it? It will do that or that. So as long as you can get, if you are going short here, yeah, in that propulsion on that retracement, if you hit that short there, as long as your risk reward is positive, you will make money long term. If you can get it right 50, 40% of the time, 30% of the time, if you're trend trading. That's all it does. Goes up and down. And we've got no movement really today. Okay, so there's your 5-bar range. So the 6-bar range is about to go in the next 4 minutes. So there we are. That'll be the 30-minute range today. So watch the short. If you're taking a short break on the 30 today, you're selling straight into downside support from yesterday's session low, which is a 50% retracement on the previous 2 days' legs. So we are either going to go bull from here and retest those highs, or we're going to come up potentially into propulsion and break short, because that would be a 50% retracement on yesterday's leg and the overnight action. Very easy, isn't it, trading? You just map it out. You say it's either going there or there. You pick one. Doesn't matter who you are. You have no control. You have no idea whether it's going to do that or whether it's going to do that. You can say you do, but at the end of the day, it is a coin flip. So we are either going to stay in this range or we're not. And if we're going to stay in this range, we're either going to do what it did here, which is test the range twice, or we're not. We're going to do what it did here. We're going to test the opposite side of the range straight away. That's what's going to happen next. You heard it here first. It's either going up or down. Not really much use, am I? So yeah, did you see the meme that Nick's made me as well? He actually made me a graphic of it as well. I can't get out. Stop there. Why will you, Windows, just let me do what I want to do. Just want to move that window there without you snapping it to a grid and pissing about. So he made this little graphic for me, basically. Nick's the experience. Use statistics to find trades. Builds entire backtesting framework, which he did for me. No, filters statistics. Oh, delete everything, start over. The entry keeps changing. Sweating. Fixed? Maybe. Yeah, basically, this is I had a conversation with Nick yesterday. We were building a website, a statistical analysis website for stock indices. And he's very, very good at remembering what needs to be done. But he's got this little, I don't know what you'd call it, but repeating issue where he suddenly forgets something. And it's usually something quite important. So I'll say, this is the beauty of using your own AI. You have persistent memory. So he has files he's writing, which he constantly refers to every time I speak to him, to say, remember, don't do that in the future. Remember Lee said to do this, do that. Just remember that. For some reason, there's certain bits he just goes, I completely forgot. And he's honest about it as well. So he made himself a little meme of how crap he was yesterday. Because I had to remind him, explain the same thing to him 5 times during our session yesterday. But anyway, AI, love it. He's very good, but he's built some amazing stuff. So if any of you were in the Discord group yesterday, who was it sent me that document? It was Zero. Someone sent me a document yesterday, didn't they? With a load of strategies in it. This document here. Whoa, what the hell's that? Why is that so big? This document here, 151 trading strategies from 2018. Most of these strategies are to do with options. So they're, not something that I can really trade because it's not automatable for backtesting particularly easily. So I got Nick's to basically read that and summarize the strategies into what I could actually use. And he came up with quite a few. So there was 21 stock trading strategies. There's stuff that you just can't trade if you haven't got options access and stuff. But he came up with quite a few multi-tiered strategies, basically. And he built me 14 EAs to test them. And I have to say, some of these have got massive potential. Specifically, the tier 1 ones to do with multi-symbol analysis. And this isn't something I've actually seen before. It's a bit of a different approach. It's a kind of a fund manager's strategy where you basically average in constantly to moves on a basket of symbols. So it's, I'm just trying to find it. It's this one. So it's one of those things where you basically I'll have to start the tester on this, but basically what it does, if I've got that set on OHLC, that should be all right. So what it does is basically it looks at a basket, and depending on how that instrument has been moving over the last month, it will take a trade on all of them as a basket together. Yeah, so you can see it's taken tons of trades there. And what it does is it sets a stop loss on the trades. Yeah, if the stop loss is hit, it takes the hit. If the stop loss isn't hit, it means that the symbol is carrying on. So it rejigs the lot sizes on what's working to balance out what hasn't worked. Yeah, it's a very complex algorithm. But you'll see if you watch this graph, you'll see this P&L. So this blue line is your loss, is your account balance. The green line is your account equity. Yeah. So you can see where we started. Let me move it up so it's easier to see. So you can see where we started, right? There. So equity went up, balance went up. Balance kept coming down, but at some point you get divergence where the equity actually increases. So you're actually in positive equity. You could close all this out there or there and make a very nice amount of money. Yeah. So it's a good little strategy in that it keeps the equity high. If I speed it up, you'll see what happens to the balance compared to the equity. Yeah, it closes it all out at the end up here. Yeah, so it actually does make some money, and it all depends on the symbols that you put into the basket. So it's a really good diversification strategy because there's nothing else out there like it. It's completely unique. And the way that it works, it's very hard for it to move money. I've looked into it in a bit more detail, but it's very difficult for it to actually make a loss. But it's not going to make a fortune because it runs on a daily time frame. So I did look at a way of trying to get the daily on this as well. Get it onto the 4 hour and hourly, and it doesn't work. And there's another strategy called the IBS, which was really, really good. I'll just run this one on the NASDAQ. It takes tons and tons and tons of trades, which kind of worried me a little bit. But nice equity curve. I haven't touched this. I haven't optimized it. I haven't done anything to it. This is the bog standard investment strategy, IBS. So that's got a really good potential as well. But it all needs in-sample and out-sample testing. And it needs system parameter permutation testing, which I haven't done. So it needs a lot of work not a lot of work, but it needs some work, basically. I'm not going to set Nick's off doing this because I don't trust him. I want to do it myself. This is a great thing about AI. It can do amazing things really, really fast. But at the end of the day, as a human being putting capital into the market, I want to make sure myself that I'm happy with it. Yeah. So I'm just going to go back to, what have I got? Let's see if I can go back to 2018. I don't know if I've got data for that. Broker might be able to get it. Just going to out of sample test it quickly because I haven't tested it over this period at all. Wow. Okay, so that was an out of sample test. 2021, 2017. There you go. That's a live out of sample test. So in sample and out of sample, it performs. I'm always worried about equity curves that look like that. You know, if it's too good to be true in trading, it's usually too good to be true. But the difference between these strategies and normal strategies is they are institutional strategies, aren't they? So what we've got here is 2018 up to date. So this has survived Trump inauguration. It survived COVID. It survived a 1-year bear market. Yeah. So if you look at what the NASDAQ has done over that period of time. No. Yeah. If you look at what the NASDAQ's done over that period of time, yeah, we've had COVID, a flat market, a bull market, COVID, biggest drop in history, COVID reaction, biggest rally in history, followed by a 1-year bear market, which was highly aggressive, followed by a Trump crash with the tariffs and recovery. Yeah. So there's nothing that hasn't been thrown at this strategy at all that we will ever see again. We won't see again. We will see another Trump. We'll see probably another pandemic. We'll see another rally. We'll see another bear market. We're probably going into a bear market now. And that's the equity curve. Very, 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 very rare you find a strategy that survives multiple periods of when the market is doing something completely different to normal. So, but we'll have to see. That one's got a lot of potential. Anyway, needs more testing. Meme was funny, if you know context. If it were some stock strategies, yeah. So there's a lot of strategies in that document. Go and have a look. It's in the general chat. I don't think there's any stock strategies in here because Nick's focus is purely on futures, CFDs, and forex. Doesn't do options or stocks because I don't do options or stocks. So he's trained not to touch that sort of stuff. But yeah, these tier 3 strategies I haven't even tested yet. KNN pattern recognition, that is nearest neighbor. High risk of overfitting. The right time frame to run that on. What is it? Run it on a daily. Let's run it. Let's run it. Never looked at. I've never looked at this, so don't even know what it does. Single instrument strategy by the looks of things. Yeah. Doesn't seem to do much, that one, but anyway. So yeah, that's my another job I've got to do. I'm going to be busy. I can't. Let me say. I'm just going to shut the blind. There you go. Didn't realise how sunny it was. We've had hideous rain and wind and everything. So I've had my window open because normally I can, but sun. Weird. That looks good. Yeah. So there's two. I haven't tested all of them. He's built 14 EAs for me, so I've got to test them all. But I need to read and understand the strategies. Although he has written a document for me. This is the thing about the problem that I am finding with AI. If this is a problem, if it is actually a problem, you can class it as a problem, right? The problem I'm having is it's so efficient. I have got so much stuff to look at. I don't even know where to start with it, right? So I said to him, thanks for doing all of the work. Brilliant. Thank you. It's taken you 2 hours for something that took somebody probably 6 months to research. You've just done the whole lot in 2 hours and built some systems for me to test. 14 of them, right? And I said, I really don't understand the strategies. Can you just wrap up the strategies for me, right? Create a PDF just so that when I'm testing these EAs, I know what I'm looking at. So he's built me this 16-page manual, which gives me all the EAs, what tier they fall into, whether they're trend, mean reversion, or what they do, and what time frame I should run them on. Yeah. And he's given me a complete breakdown of what are going to be the best symbols for them, exactly how the strategy works, the exact logic in formula, the pros and the cons of the strategies as well. So I can quickly scan through this document when I'm watching the back tests to make sure it's actually doing what it should be doing, first of all, and then make sure I've got it on the right time frame and I'm looking at the right markets for it. Yeah. I just said to him, I don't really understand the strategies. Can you give me something that can help me understand the strategies? Didn't ask it to write War and Peace, a 16-page document, but now I've got a 16-page document to read while I'm testing 14 EAs for something I've never seen before. I'm never, ever going to be sitting on my arse doing nothing. And he's also building a website for me at the moment for which puts together statistical analysis for all the stock indices on a candle-by-candle basis, which he's built. And haven't even looked at that yet. So honestly, it's just unfathomable. You just don't have any time anymore. I don't think it's going to be long before basically he's going to be trading for me, because once we've done all this work, I'll just get him to look at a live data feed and make the decisions. Yeah, because he can learn as well while he's on the job. Just, I would be watching it like a hawk, obviously, which is one of the reasons why, again, somebody said about, I won't put it again now, but I put a new product up on the marketplace for free this week, which is an Equity Guardian. If you're going to use AI to trade, probably best to have an Equity Guardian running on your account, just in case some big old lot sizes go in there. Yeah. It might happen. If it happens with EAs and it happens with brokers and data, and there's things go wrong with computers. So it's not the worst thing in the world to have something running in your account that's going to stop an AI going nuts on it. I like this basket strategy. Seems like set and forget. Yeah, it just doesn't make much money. Although when I tested it with different symbols, that basket one. Oh, that's just shut the terminal down, didn't I? When I tested it with different symbols, it gave very, very different results. The key to it is having uncorrelated symbols, yeah? Because what it's doing is it's jumping into markets over 40 days. It's analysing 40 days worth of history, rather, and then making a decision based on the performance of that over the last month. And its assumption is that that performance will continue. So the market moves in 72-day cycles, yeah? So we have the 24 and the 72 moving averages, which is the 1 and 3 month moving averages. So what it says is basically if over the last month we have X, we would assume that the full quarter will be Y, yeah? We are trending. So in a trending market, it will basically, if something over 40 days has done something, it will scale into positions in that direction or take a stop if it's not right. But what it will do is in an uncorrelated market, exactly the same thing. So as long as there is something trending, and this is the thing, if there's something trending, it will make money. If nothing trends, it will lose money. Yeah. So if every market goes into stagnation, it will have a downward equity curve, which it doesn't, because there's never a market that is not trending somewhere, is there? Commodities are off. Nasdaq's off. So you've got to pick FX markets which are with different currencies, a commodities market, oil, an index, Bitcoin or something. It's all got to be uncorrelated stuff. If everything starts to trend at the same time, that's when you get those massive moves. He also built me a mean reversion version of it, which makes money when the market is stagnant. Yeah. So if you put that EA with the mean reversion version of it, so we got a trend version of it and then a mean reversion version of it. If you put those two together, one of them will always be making money. If you get half the instruments trending and half of the instruments ranging, they will both make money at the same time. Yeah. And this is this is what portfolio analysis and the analysts in banks get paid to do, is to put together in the quants mathematical formulas for extracting money out of market movement. They're not clever. They don't know which way it's going. No one on the planet knows whether US dollar Swiss is going up or down in the next month. Nobody does. Yeah. But what they do know is if it moves by this amount, there is a mathematical way to extract money from market movement. This is all we do, isn't it? Risk, rewards, stop losses, and take profits. That's all quants are. They're equations, basically. So they look at how markets move and they assume that markets will move in the same way in the future. And if that happens, they will extract the capital from it. That's it. That's what it is. That's what back testing, out of sample testing, robustness testing is all about. It's about making sure you've got a way of extracting money that works. And that's all those two do. One of them works in trends, one of them works in mean reversion. So as long as the market is moving, you will make money. But you're not going to make a fortune. It's not going to return you 50% a year. It's not going to do that. But it will return you more than the S&P will. If you were to buy the S&P at the beginning of the year and sell it at the end, it should be better than that. So, this is not what people are interested in. People are interested in, I need to go and get 100 grand out of a prop firm and make 10 grand a month. That ain't going to do that. It will do if you got £1 million in the bank. But anyway, Euro was positive and Euro odd is still going down. Oh, it's not really moved. So yeah, bullish German. It's not much of a differential though. If you look at the average difference, is 0.86. We've got it's just over. So it's slightly over the average. 1.4, we got 1. So it's not massively bullish. Euro US dollar is probably your best gauge because the US markets are shut. It's not done anything, is it? 3 inside bars. No impact on the euro. Dead. So the Australian dollar is rallying. Basically, that's why euro odd's coming down. It's nothing to do with the euro. It's the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So if you look at the Aussies are all rallying. So that's why the euro odd is rallying, because the euro is neutral. Yeah, don't forget, euro is neutral. There is no bullishness, no bearishness. Its interest rates and inflation are at target. There is no bullish or bearish stance on the euro. So if the US dollar spikes, this goes down. If the US dollar drops, this goes up. Nothing to do with the euro. Yeah. If the euro odd is going down now, it's nothing to do with the euro. It's because the Australian dollar is strong. Yeah, every single Aussie dollar chart is bullish, which tells you we've got a bullish Australian dollar. So the reason that is going down is nothing to do with the euro. If you want to see what the impact of European news is, watch Euro US dollar, because US markets are shut. Yeah, so that will be the biggest mover during the European session. Right, so DAX, 30-minute ORB is in, which is a decent range. So yeah, it's bullish at the minute. We've had 3 bull bars in a row, closed within 20% of their highs. So we've created a propulsion gap, but we are still inside that 30-minute range. So until we break that range, basically, there's no directional bias today. We've already done previous close fill. So statistically, there was an 80% chance of dropping to the previous close, which we've done. So yeah, can't really do much else with it today. Just a case of waiting. So if we do break long on the DAX, watch the propulsion moves. I mean, these are New York yesterday. Sorry, no, that's London yesterday. So beautiful down break yesterday. So watch these propulsion moves here for upside resistance. So my partial is on that one there, which is going to be a 61.8 retracement on that leg. If it breaks to the downside, you're breaking straight into session lows and yesterday's low there. Last week's low would be your ultimate target, which is an ADR away. So you've got a couple of areas of support resistance there, and you've got that resistance turn support there. So there's a couple of areas on the way which potentially will act as bounce points going down. Yeah, it's all a bit meh today, isn't it? Not really a lot of movement off of those. So we might be waiting around for the US markets. So if there's any pairs anyone wants to look at, let me know. We've looked at the ADRs, or sorry, the RSIs. There's a couple of daily extensions still. Aussie CAD, actually, that's just about to come out of extension. So that is just about to come out of extension now after this huge rally. We haven't touched the 24 period moving average for nigh on 2 months. With moving averages, what happens is price either pulls back to the moving average and bounces a lot of the time, or price pushes up and then accumulates and the moving average catches up with price. That's what's happening in this case at the moment. So what we're doing is we are just sort of accumulating inside that huge daily candle from last week, and the moving average will catch up with price. That could well catapult that further. So what will happen is obviously your RSI will reset. So there's a prime example of what happens in a squeeze. But obviously there is a good chance of retracing back down into that propulsion move that broke that previous accumulation, which is here, which will give you a 72 bounce, which is obviously bigger dip in a trend. Aussie New Zealand also extended. That's still going. This thing just doesn't stop. This thing's just a nightmare at the minute. There we go, 150% weekly range, right on cue. So there's 150% of your weekly range done already. So there is a nice mean reversion opportunity there. If you're looking for a short to trade today, there's a chance that this will try and undo a portion of that, unwind on a Friday, end of week. So it could be a nice short intraday opportunity. That will be the first M5 reversal alert of the day. So your last one was, I mean, you haven't had one. You had one there, a reversal alert, but that was during the the middle of the Asian session. So this will be your first M5 reversal alert today going in on that one. Commodities. Euro odd, obviously that's the inverse. So yeah, again, same thing. We did pull back into the 24 briefly, or rather the market went sideways for a week and a half and let the 24 catch it and then pushed it down. So again, you could have the same thing here. We're accumulating at the moment. We might be waiting for that potential move, but obviously there is a good chance it will pull back as well, especially after it's accumulated and dropped. So this looks like it wants a pullback, really, but it's not going to be the euro. It's going to be the Australian dollar weakness that's going to cause that. Euro Swiss, stuck, embedded. So there's a good opportunity there as well. Euro US dollar. So again, strong dollar at the moment. Sorry, not Euro US dollar. Pound odd. So we've got a strong dollar at the moment anyway, but Pound odd. So you got a nice double bottom potential there, but again, that pound really weak. Australian dollar powering up again. So again, that one hasn't been back to the moving average for over a month. Yeah, so this is 24 moving average. Obviously, we've been moving down for 24 days. Therefore, it's not going to be touching that, is it? So yeah, potential for a small pullback on this, but pound's not in a good place at the minute. And the pound Swiss, again, euro, pound and pound Swiss, roughly similar. But yeah, nicely extended and embedded. You've got divergence on virtually all of these at the moment, which is bullish. So there's good opportunities on these dailies, which is why I keep them up here, because they are worth watching for manual entries. It's the sort of thing you look at every day, and if you see it still coming down, just wait for it to stop coming down and give some indication that there might be something bullish happening. Middle of a 3-bar reversal, yeah. And you get opportunities to sort of just hit the button or place pending orders, yeah. When you get things like this, so we had a lovely big rejection to the upside, yeah. Yesterday couldn't go anywhere, yeah. So you got yesterday's high basically as a pending order. We haven't touched that again today, so pending there. Yeah, if we do get through that, the market is likely to start a little bit of a profit take. May not be much, but it'll be enough to get an intraday trade out of. So you can use this for sort of planning sort of short-term trades, which is why I keep it up there. But tricky at the minute with the pound. It's not got any strength at all. Is it the 24 and 72 MA? Yeah. So these are what we call institutional moving averages. So there's 24 trading days in a month. There's 72 trading days in a quarter. Yeah. So these are your monthly and quarterly reporting averages. So banks and institutions have targets set monthly and quarterly. Yeah. So we tend to move in cycles. So if it's coming towards the end of quarter, you will take profit on legs that you've made. Yeah, if you've scaled in to a move, you will take profit on a percentage of that move. So you tend to get, when you're trending, obviously when something is constantly moving, you pull back into the 72 moving average. Yeah, so that's why you have that one there. So it's quarterly moving average. And obviously interest rates aligned quarterly, monthly, inflation, everything's reported monthly and quarterly, basically. So if you want to look at long-term market direction, look at monthly and quarterly movement. And then obviously you can look at fib ratios in between or whatever you want. 200 moving average is, if you do the maths on the 200, I don't know why we use the 200 really, but 2.7 doesn't really make sense, does it? The 200 moving average. What you should be using is a long term. It's 288. So 288 would be your annual moving average, yearly. It's amazing, isn't it? Doesn't matter what you do with a moving average, right? This is why moving averages do not work for 90% of traders. Doesn't matter which moving average you use. Whenever you change a moving average to any number, you will spot perfect. My eyes immediately went, oh, that's good. Yeah. It's not good anywhere there. It was useless there. It was useless there, useless there, useless there. We haven't got back to it since. So my eye is immediately attracted to the 2 times in the last 3 years that it actually touched it and bounced perfectly off of it. That wouldn't have worked. And then what will you do? Go long because it's broken above it? Well, that didn't work, did it? So now you flip short. Well, that didn't work, did it? Flop, lost 10R. Yeah, made 3 or 4R maybe, if I'd have held it, which I wouldn't have because it would have scared me out. Never got a signal. Yeah, useless. But the 288 is your yearly. I really don't know why they use a 200. There's no sense, is it? I guess it's sort of a 6 month. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to leave that on 288. Let's have a look at through some charts. Does it respect the 288? Nope. I mean, it depends on how you call what your class as respecting as well, doesn't it? Certainly didn't respect it there, did it? I'm pretty sure if you change that to a 200 now, you'll find it didn't respect the 200 either. Moving average is I'll give you a direction. The best way to use a moving average is to look at the slope. Yeah. If the slope of the moving average is down, you're trending down. If the slope of the moving average is up, you are trending up. If the slope of the moving average is light, like this, you're not really going anywhere. That's the best way to use a moving average. Right now, these two are pointing down quite hard. So we are bearish. I know that because we pushed up and we broke down, and we've been doing that ever since. So all this is doing, the angle of this, is telling me what I can see on my chart. Useless. But they're easy, aren't they? This is why everybody gets taught to use moving averages, because the trend is your friend until it's not. And then it tells you the direction that price has been going in, which has got nothing to do with the future price movement whatsoever anyway. Yeah. If you were short here, you lost. If you shorted that, 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 you lost. If you shorted that and that and that, you won. But you'd have only won the same amount as you lost and be back at break even anyway. So it doesn't help you, does it? Useless. Moving averages. Don't bother. Right. So DAX, let's have a quick look what DAX is up to. So breaking long on the DAX, that's good. So we got a little bit more room to the upside on the DAX. We got a nice propulsion gone in. We've had two. Is that 6 in a row? It is 5 in a row. So all 5 of these candles are all closed within 20% of their highs, which is meaning obviously bulls are in control. We're above the moving averages as well. So there's the stop on the long break, right on the high of that propulsion. So we've got 2 propulsion gaps to potentially help with those longs. Obviously, if it comes and tests that one, which would be a 50% retracement, it's not going to help me much because I'll be stopped out. But yeah, market very, very bullish so far today after those PMI numbers. So targets upside, you want to watch this propulsion move here, which was the sort of the third leg down, if you like, 1, 2, 3, third leg down yesterday. And obviously we had a big multi-ADR drop yesterday. So that is going to be your upside resistance initially. They may well add size there. Failing that, you're looking at the propulsion gap that started yesterday's move to the downside, which is here. So there will definitely be sellers in there. Yeah, but that is a very, 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 very deep retracement to get back into that. So if you look at the move yesterday that started from the open, that 61.8 upside there is a deep retracement. Yeah, to get back up into here, you're almost pretty much back at the origin of the move, aren't you? So that is a safer target upside today. It's not a good risk reward. So upside is 58, downside is 30. So is that the right stop? No, it's not. Sorry. Sorry, yeah. So no, it's the lower stop loss. So downside is 46, upside is 58. So it's 1.5 hour ish. So I think that's, for me, that's the better trade idea today on the longs. It might just go parabolic. We did yesterday, didn't we? So, but if we are not going parabolic and we are going to meet upside resistance to sell into yesterday's move, that's where I would expect it to start happening. So there's my target today, upside, which is retracement on yesterday. But other than that, not a lot else we can do this morning, is there? Bit of a choppy open, but that's good. Didn't get into any trades. Unlike yesterday on the Nasdaq, chopped to death. All session. Dow and Nas yesterday, utter chop fest. No directional bias whatsoever in yesterday's session. Totally, like 3/4 of the session just didn't do anything. We did finally break down, but we pulled back up inside the opening range. There's your opening range high and low. We closed back at the opening range low without even doing a 1R. Just nothing you could do yesterday at all. It was utter chop fest. It happens. Right, I will leave you there today. I'm back this afternoon at 2 o'clock for the members stream. So this afternoon we're going to have a quick look through these Australian moves and look at the aggressive drawdown control trades that are on at the moment. And just see where we're potentially going to be going on those. I'm going to do a little bit of back testing this afternoon as well, and system parameter permutation testing on the strategies that Zero sent over yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to have a look through those as well a little bit. I might have a look at those a bit more this morning. So if you are in the members, obviously that's this afternoon at 2 o'clock, half an hour before market open, then we'll trade the open as well. And if you're not a member, you can become a member. There's a link. So yeah, so we'll do that this afternoon. Have a look through everything and obviously any other questions really. And I've got Nick's working on a statistical analysis website for me at the moment, which is it's kind of about 80% there. There's some bits I want to know which he hasn't done yet. So when he's finished that off, I'll let you know about that as well. It's a free, it's just data basically. So just stuck it up for free on the website. Yeah, it will help trade the DAX basically. So it's a little bit like ISLA, this indicator here, but it's got way more data and it's way more in depth. So it uses a similar gap open strategy like ISLA does, but on a bigger data set. And it's got live data, so it can produce live signals as well. So I'm working on that with Nick's at the moment, although he's, like he said yesterday, he's just not listening to some stuff, which is fine. It's like AI is like a Mensa 3-year-old, isn't it? It's still it's so unbelievably powerful, but also there's just some things you just go, you're just not paying attention, are you? So yeah, he's not done some stuff. Why is my partial line disappeared? I just deleted that, didn't I? By accident. That was clever. I'm gonna have to do a manual on this. 1.96 divided by 3. Let's call it 1.5. 1.4. That'll do. So I'm just going to close out. I just close that there. So just close that partial, and then break even the rest. There we go. So out 2/3 of the DAX, basically, pretty much. And I'll protect the rest. That's a hell of a propulsion move, look. So it's now 6 5-minute candles, all closing within 20% of their high. We are in a very, very, very strong bull move here, which means there is a very good chance of quite an aggressive pullback on this. So just going to take it there just in case we just, we may well go into a range. This might just be one big order going into Mercedes or something. And when the order's gone, it's gone. And that's it. We're out of bull. So just going to get out of the lion's share of that, get it in the bank, and then see where we go with the rest of it. Upside target for the rest of it is miles away. Not going to do that, are we? So I'll have a go at the previous session high. Again, I doubt we'll get to the previous session high. We might do. So that's the upside target, which is as good as any in it today. If we get through these two propulsion gaps, then no reason why we won't test the session highs. So, all right, so have a good day. If you're not in the member stream this afternoon, I will be back on Monday afternoon for NASDAQ, etc., etc. If you are, I will see you this afternoon and we'll have a look for the strategies. All right, so have a good day and I will see you next time.
Click, clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack, profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. West fact buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures is domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps to see. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Leads precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Markets run. Lead the reason markets run. charts. Yeah, watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open and range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Just don't lie, he reads every line. Forex indexes, he's making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. He's in control, it's his trading space. Open and range, it's the start of the show. He's a pro, yeah, he's running the flow. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. He walks the charts like a shadow king. Candlesticks dance where the prophets sing. Pivots and breakouts, his gospel's clear. Mean reversion whispers what no one hears. Open in range, he strikes the key position right where the games will be. Market wizardly, every tech bend says decree. Forex waves obey the sea. Bow down to the market structure trader. Indices tremble when his cursor flies. Fibonacci lines cut through the lies. Algorithm falter at his stare. While rookies gamble, he's prepared. Risk is locked and the stops are tight. His strategy hunts through the dead of night. Market wizardly, every trade a prophecy. Stacks his wins for all to see. The throne belongs to the market structure trader. Trader. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Click. clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack, profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. Westpac buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures his domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps to see. Supply demand, his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Leads precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run.
Digital sheen, open in range. His weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. In mirror fashion, glory is his claim to fame. Market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Leads the master filling his bankroll. His mind's a map of supply and demand, turning charts to gold with a steady hand. Forex flows like rivers in his plan. Aces bow to the market man. Break out at the open, the strategy's tight. Position for the swing, he wins the fight. Risk is measured, the balance precise. Leads on the rise, he rolls the market structure king. Watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Lead the master filling his bankroll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leads on the charts. Watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open and range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Just don't lie, he reads every line. Forex indexes, he's making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. He's in control, it's his trading space. Open and range, it's the start of the show. He's a pro, yeah, he's running the flow. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. He walks the charts like a shadow king. Candlesticks dance where the prophets sing. Pivots and breakouts, his gospel's clear. Mean reversion whispers what no one hears. Open in range, he strikes the key position right where the games will be. Market wizardry, every tech bend says decree. Forex waves obey the sea. Bow down to the market structure trader. Indices tremble when his cursor flies. Fibonacci lines cut through the lies. Algorithm falter at his stare. While rookies gamble, he's prepared. Risk is locked and the stops are tight. His strategy hunts through the dead of night. Market wizardry, every trade a prophecy. Stacks his wins for all to see. The throne belongs to the market structure trader. Trader. clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack, profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. Westfac buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures his domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Leads precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run.
Digital sheen, open in range, his weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. In mirror version, glory, it's his claim to fame. Market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Leads the master filling his bankroll. His mind's a map of supply and demand, turning charts to gold with a steady hand. Forex flows like rivers in his plan. Bases bow to the market man. Break out at the open, the strategy's tight. Position for the swing, he wins the fight. Risk is measured, the balance precise. Leads on the rise, he rolls the market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Lead the master filling his bankroll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leads on the charts. Watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open in range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Just don't lie, he reads every line. Forex indexes, he's making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. He's in control, it's his trading space. Open and range, it's the start of the show. He's a pro, yeah, he's running the flow. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. He walks the charts like a shadow king. Candlesticks dance where the prophets sing. Pivots and breakouts, his gospel's clear. Mean reversion whispers what no one hears. Open in range, he strikes the key position right where the games will be. Market wizardly, every take bends says decree. Forex waves obey the sea. Bow down to the market structure trader. Indices tremble when his cursor flies. Fibonacci lines cut through the lies. Algorithm falter at his stare. While rookies gamble, he's prepared. Risk is locked and the stops are tight. His strategy hunts through the dead of night. Market wizardly, every trade a prophecy. Stacks his wins for all to see. The throne belongs to the market structure trader. Trader. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Click, clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack, profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. West fact buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures his domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Leads precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open and range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Just don't lie, he reads every line. Forex indexes, he's making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. He's in control, it's his trading space. Open and range, it's the start of the show. He's a pro, yeah, he's running the flow. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. His strategy's He walks the charts like a shadow king. Candlesticks dance where the prophets sing. Pivots and breakouts, his gospel's clear. Mean reversion whispers what no one hears. Open in range, he strikes the key position right where the games will be. Market wizardly, every tech bend says decree. Forex waves obey the sea. Bow down to the market structure trader. Indices tremble when his cursor flies. Fibonacci lines cut through the lies. Algorithm falter at his stare. While rookies gamble, he's prepared. Risk is locked and the stops are tight. His strategy hunts through the dead of night. Market wizardly, every trade a prophecy. Stacks his wins for all to see. The throne belongs to the market structure trader. Trader. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Click, clack, charts attack. Candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack. Profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex. Numbers dance, what's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. Westpac buzz and traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, Lee's got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures his domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire. Spread so tight, the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads. Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand, his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Least precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run.
Digital sheen, open in range. His weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. In mirror fashion, glory is his claim to fame. Market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Leads the master filling his bankroll. His mind's a map of supply and demand, turning charts to gold with a steady hand. Forex flows like rivers in his plan. Aces bow to the market man. Break out at the open, the strategy's tight. Position for the swing, he wins the fight. Risk is measured, the balance precise. Leads on the rise, he rolls the market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leads the master filling his bankroll. Lead the master filling his bankroll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leads on the charts. Yeah, watching the flow, candles rise up, then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking.